Boom! What's good, my people? We're back again for another one of this the one and only Mystelics vlogs. Welcome to our Mystelics vlogs. Welcome to all the Mystelics family out and large. Big up yourself all across the entire universe right there, guys. Even the aliens watching, guys. Big up yourself as well, guys. And of course, if you're new to this channel, definitely subscribe. This, of course, is where I tell you my views on a number of things taking place where in Dominica, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world by extension. This is, of course, where you're gonna get a vibration basically on Caribbean vibes. And of course, with that said, if you definitely like the vibes, definitely give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that as well. Now, guys, first up, there's an issue that is taking place right now. I think that is a bit of a concern, but it is still in the yellow region, for which we're talking about volcanoes, guys. Caribbean volcanoes. There's yet another one that seems to be acting up, that has actually acted up in our lifetime, guys, just recently. And of course, that volcano is indeed in Martinique, guys. Montpellier, as you can read right there, guys. Martinique volcano, Montpellier, had 49 low intensity earthquakes recorded in 1 week, guys. As you can read right there, guys, as of April 16, 2021, from 4 p.m. to April 23rd, that was a few days ago, about 4 days ago, the Volcanological and Seismological Observatory of Martinique recorded at least 49 volcanotectonic earthquakes of magnitude less than 1.1 magnitude, that is. And of course, the previous week, the observatory had recorded 85 earthquakes, guys. For this week, of course, dealing with that week they're talking about, that was last week right there, between April 16th and 23rd. The earthquakes were located inside the volcanic edifice between 3 kilometers below sea level and 0.1 kilometers above sea level, guys. None of these earthquakes was felt by the population of Martinique, guys. And of course, in the press release, the volcanological blah 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 of Martinique specified that this degradation of the vegetation is associated with the presence of some sort of gas, guys, an odorless gas and colorless gas from the ground that of course is affecting the vegetation above and the concentration above the baseline right there, guys. Of course, this is still marked, the alert level is still marked in the region of the yellow. So guys, you have to keep in mind that this thing might be coming something, because keep in mind they said it has been doing a resumption of activity since November 2020. So I guess we have to keep a close eye. It seems like it's climbing up. It was in St Vincent, now it's climbing up to Martinique. And then what next, guys? Because while we are living on 9 active volcanoes in the nature isle of the Caribbean, guys, it seems like all other volcanoes around us is erupting except the 9 active volcanoes. That's interesting, eh? The Most High hand must be on that. Stop your dirty ways, volcano. That is probably what is happening right there. Anyways, guys, with that said, there's another man-made disaster for which we must bring into Portsmouth yet again, guys. Of course, I spoke about this, and let me just bring you back for those who have not caught up on the whole situation. And this is what is taking place right there in Portsmouth.
Pop, a long line of vehicles, Miss Madame, a long line of vehicles right by the Roman Catholic Church in Portsmouth and in front of the Methodist Church, with the street leading right to the Portsmouth St John's School. I thought it was Mavic to hold up traffic. No, it's the erected speed bumps in Portsmouth. I heard Dominica have 9 dormant volcanoes. Me say, Madam, we have 9 dormant speed bumps in the street of Portsmouth. A few in front of the Portsmouth St John's School, right opposite the Benjamin's Park, and in front of the Portsmouth police station. Me say, Madam, a small car, it will mash up and scrape your bottom pan. Me say, Madam, it is erected. But if I do, Lolo has taken over the tongue with erection of speed bump. Take it easy, me say, Madam.
So they decided to put speed bumps all over Portsmouth, guys. All over Portsmouth. Speed bump fete was going on, guys. Involuntary fete that you was going in was a speed bump fete that you must partake in when you go Portsmouth. Anyways, some of them didn't make any sense at all. And I think there's a problem with communication when it comes down to Portsmouth or Dominica by extension, but dealing with Portsmouth in this specific region, this is a problem right there. Because in speaking with one of the authority figures in Portsmouth, guys, I found out that some sort of miscommunication or a neglect of information which some individuals then acted on their own to do. And of course that deals with the traffic department and the police individuals who decided to set up the speed bumps out there just like that. Now, guys, from my understanding, the speed bumps in place where they were placed was somehow not approved. Yes, they had to put speed bumps in Portsmouth, but where and the location of where it was supposed to go was not necessarily approved. And therefore, these individuals in charge of the traffic or whatever decided they're gonna put speed bumps where they decided to put the speed bumps. No! All speed bumps had to come out, guys. All, well, those speed bumps in the areas that were kind of nonsensical, they had to come out. Guys, some of them speed bumps are so high. This picture right there is definitely not an exaggeration right there. Not only that though, guys, but I also noticed something. They put up speed bumps completely black, right? You would think that when they put these speed bumps there, that they'll put some sort of color on it to say, hey guys, there's a speed bump there. I almost end up in a kind of catastrophe because you need to slow down. I just feel the vehicle go up with me. I check what the joke is that. And then I realized there's speed bumps there. I totally forgot that in the night time. But they took it out, guys, and individuals in Portsmouth were quite happy about that.
It's gone. It's no more. Just pass over one.
No place like Portsmouth, boy.
No place like Portsmouth.
You can't hold us down with no speed bump there.
No boy, don't put no speed bump. Boy, can't stop reggae, boy.
Too much race cars in Portsmouth for
boy,
you to go and put speed bump on our highways.
No.
That not go happen. That can't work. Yeah, that's all
All
gone.
No more bumps.
No more bumps, boy.
No more.
It's like you say after shave, boy.
Boy, no bumps. Yes.
They call them bump. That is not no speed bump. That is bump. A big bump. They should call them hills instead. And they actually took out all those that were by the park. But there's something I noticed right there, guys. If you notice on this thing right there, guys, you realize that the thing is pretty much worse than it was before. Now guys, I'm thinking to myself, if you're doing this thing, just like when they created the speed bumps, and I think they should have put some painting on this thing or some reflectors or something like that to let people know that there are speed bumps there in the night time. Magwisa, come on. At least when they cleaned up the speed bumps, I think the only logical thing to do was to actually have people there to actually fix the road back. That's true. Now the road is dirty, looking like it's another set of patch that come in because of rainfall. I don't understand what is really going on in this place. I mean, we need to think proactively, people. Don't you guys think that doing one thing at a time would be vital? Unless individuals who are doing this saying, hey, we get a job, let us get paid for today, let us get paid for tomorrow as well, let us get paid another day, and it extends its time for the individuals to get more money as a result of the duration that it takes to actually fix the very road that they just put the speed bumps on. I don't get it. Now guys, I'm definitely happy that they took out the speed bumps where they took out the speed bumps. I hope they left those by the Catholic Church area. They should have left those there. I hope they don't take them out, because they're taking is a take out speed bump fete that is happening right there. Leave those by the Catholic Church. Those they are good, but those there was kind of not making any sense at all, especially when people don't really drive fast in these areas at all. Tell me guys, how many accidents do you know happened in this road right there? Anyways guys, they decided to take out more of the speed bumps this morning. Actually, they took out the two that were by the police station, and of course this is a video of it right there. Now guys, as I'm watching this thing right here, I realize that they are just wasting money doing these things, man. Wasting money. This is what you call wasting money. You take your time to put speed bump. You pay individuals to put speed bump. Yes, you employ individuals. Yes, that's great. But then you have to take out the very thing that you do on the road. Then you mashing up the road. So then you have to go again and try to resurface and fix and patch up the road. Now we're going to have a set of patch road on the place. That is interesting, you know. That is it. I don't know. We doesn't think properly when we're doing things. We just like to go ahead and do these things. Now guys, don't get me wrong. I don't think this was a bad idea for them to put up speed bumps. They're just putting up speed bumps everywhere. That is kind of nonsensical. And I also believe in teamwork and hearing what individuals, different individuals have to say. Because I remember when I was talking about the speed bump, I said they should leave one right there. But then one of the individuals who drives truck told me, yes, it makes sense that they might have court cases there. But if a truck is passing, it's going to be making more noise because the truck has to then climb over the speed bump, then making more noise in the courtroom. And it has two of them, so it has to happen twice right there. You see, this is why communication is so important, guys. Communication amongst a plethora of individuals from different walks and understandings can then put things forward that you may not realize right there. So I mentioned that they should put one. If they put one and then you have this big truck coming and making more noise, then it doesn't make sense to have a speed bump there in the first place. So that was my understanding and getting another perspective on this right here. But the whole speed bump fiesta, festival, whatever, was not orchestrated properly, and the planning of it was not done or implemented properly. So let this be a learning curve for the people of Portsmouth, as well as those in charge of these kind of things as well. Don't just go and just put things because you think things supposed to be there, and yes, here we get speed bump. 5 hills, I mean speed bumps. 5 speed bump came up from Portsmouth today and yesterday in total. So it's important that before we do things, we have to plan ahead before we just put things there. Next thing you waste a set of money, like how I don't see they doing with Dowasco. Dowasco people tell me I give them blues. But when you take, they build road, you know, they fix road, then they go to dig road to then put pipe to then cover road again. I don't understand this kind of things, guys. What are your thoughts, Ben? Are you guys happy that they took out the speed bumps? What are your thoughts? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below as well. Now, guys, I saw this thing concerning St Vincent and the Grenadines. Actually saw this thing right there of an individual who's happy that the government of Dominica actually contributed to St Vincent and the Grenadines, but at what cost? Or is there some sort of misplaced priority when it comes down to this thing right there, guys? Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit of the Commonwealth of Dominica, I'm heartened that you have made a substantial humanitarian contribution to our friends and neighbors in St. Vincent. Good for you, sir. But aren't your priorities being misplaced, though? Chorus of Dominicans, the voice is crying out for assistance as a result of damages caused by Erica in 2015 and Maria in 2017. And of course, the whole Rona situation. Notwithstanding the millions upon millions of dollars received from the World Bank, IMF, IDB, China, Britain, Canada, France, and the EU, and many other friends of Dominica, according to Brother Skerrit, the country continues to suffer from what? Economic stagnation. Sir, I have not even mentioned the CBI program. Despite your opaque financial reporting, unpublished documents seem to suggest that billions and billions of dollars are entering our shores from CBI. So where is the money going? That is a question I must ask. It kind of reminds me of a comment that an individual made on my thing stating, where exactly is this money coming from to give bus drivers? Since we don't have monies, where exactly is this $15 million coming from to give bus drivers? It's a good question to ask, because we're not really making much money, yet still we receive how much money across the world. Anyways, guys, with all that said, what are your thoughts in this whole situation right there? Anyways, recently, you disclosed in the village of Kulibistri, the building and bridge was delayed because of government priorities and its prudent financial management. Where is the financial prudence in building homes for political cronies as opposed to building a bridge to satisfy a public good? Not only that, guys, but $64 million, not $60 million, but $64,000 is going towards the Prime Minister living in a mansion. With respect to $1 million you sent to St. Vincent, would it not have been financially prudent to grant a small stimulus to persons and businesses affected by COVID while simultaneously extending a humanitarian hand to St. Vincent? Mr. Skerrit, you disclosed recently that you must first love people before you lead them. It's interesting. The question here I must ask is, which people do you love? That is a good question right there. Tell me this. Do you suppose that leading people to objective poverty is loving them? Especially when we're seeing all these businesses closing down. Even those businesses are downsizing. Those are trying to adapt, and then soon they will be closing. It's interesting that you are saying that you're giving away money to individuals who have them. Nothing is wrong with that, but when your priority seems to not be for the people, people have to then beg you to give them money for them to survive or buy things because the economy is not doing well. Objective poverty is right there in your face, man. Scripture says that whatever you do for the least of my people, you do for me. Do you believe in that Bible verse, since you've all so quick to quote scripture? So the bus drivers and the farmers, the young entrepreneurs, the hoteliers, the shopkeepers, talking about shopkeepers, I say not the gardeners, and all those who participate in economic activities need help. That is for sure. Charity begins at home, sir. Show love for all, not just for some set, especially those who live outside. Rosie Douglas himself, I sure would turn in his grave if he knew exactly what was going on right there and then, guys. Rosie Douglas himself used to say that the state prison will be painted blue to house Edison James and the UWP. Will the same prison be painted red to house you and the DLP for gross management of Dominica financial resources? This is what this individual stated right there, guys. We know that there's mismanagement going on, and of course this brings me to something that I actually know for a fact, and it was Lord Acton that stated this very thing right there. I cannot accept your canon that we are to judge Pope and King unlike other men. We are to judge the ministers of government unlike other men based on the decisions that they make with a favorable presumption that they do no wrong, guys. That is the problem that we have when we think our ministers of government do no wrong, and therefore whatever they say goes. Just like what is taking place with the whole medical thing. Or everybody's, let's take the Rona solution, let's take this and that. Like these individuals do no wrong. That is the problem that we have. Anyways, guys, if there is any presumption that needs to be had, it is the other way around against holders of power. Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely, brothers and sisters. And with that said, I'm leaving this on the screen so you guys can read it for yourself and go over, guys. With that said, this is pretty much all about us for this year vlog, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, guys, and definitely give this video a thumbs up, and like I said before, subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you can get all the videos as they come through. Be real, be positive, and with the most high step as always, guys. Definitely stay prayed up. Welcome to our Mystelics vlogs.
One day I will blow. Something we gon' show. Wow, this life is a constant uphill battle. but it's also filled with some beautiful moments.